Okay, I thought I would show you guys my office because it's starting to come together. So here it is. So over here I have my dresser, and then on top here I have a stack of my Nuuly clothes, some little perfumes and jewelry. Then in the back I have my film photography that I framed. And then next to my dresser we have Bubby's crate, have this gorgeous rug that I just got in from Revival Rugs. I really love the colors with our wood floors in here. And then back here by the dresser, there's two windows, but they kind of lead out to like a shared staircase for our house, so they don't let in a ton of light, so I'll probably just keep these curtains closed most of the time. I do want to move them up probably like 6 inches just to elongate the window and get them off of the heater there. And then along this long wall, I have my desk set up. So I have a 62-inch standing desk. I also have a walking pad, my chair, and then have photos, a cup from New Mexico for my pens, this little poster guy I got in Colorado this summer, and then I have a little hay crate here with quarters for a washing machine, and just chargers, film, all that good stuff. Then back here we put our bookshelf and styled it with some little pictures and knickknacks, a lamp, and a bunch of our books. And over here we have a bit of space. I'm planning to put a small sewing desk. I haven't shared much on here, but I do a lot of quilting. My sewing machine and stuff is just chilling over here. But the plan is to add a sewing desk, have a permanent place for my sewing machine, and a spot for me to cut and sew right here. And then above there are these built-in shelves that were already here. I thought I was gonna take these down, but then I started putting stuff on them and I started to kind of like them. So this is not its final form, but I just stuck some art that I already had up here. And then the other thing I wanted to do on the topic of sewing is I want to install some IKEA like pegboards along this wall to store some of my sewing tools and all of my different colored threads. I think that would look really cool and sort of fill this giant wall that we have here. So yeah, that is the office. I will continue to share updates, but just wanted to show you what it's looking like now. Hey guys, I wanted to share a couple of new to me books that I picked up yesterday. I was actually on a run in our new neighborhood and I stopped to look in a little free library and I found some books I just had to have. So I ran like a mile home carrying them under my arm, which was more of a workout than I bargained for. So the first one is this one here. It's called Bring Beautiful Color to Your Surroundings with Container Plants for Patios, Balconies, and Window Boxes. And I thought the cover of this one was really sweet. I haven't flipped through it too much, but the photos in here are really lovely. It looks like it just has some like potting and planting facts about a bunch of flowers, which is great because we have a little patio here at our new place and like a little front yard, and I want to do some flowers and maybe vegetables and herbs in some pots out front. And one of the things I really want to plant is the poppy, so I'll have to look in this book and see if those are going to work in our environment. But I thought that was a super pretty kind of vintage book. Let's see when this one was printed. Okay, I couldn't find in the book where or like what year this was originally printed, but Google says it was copyrighted in 1992, which was kind of the era I was thinking this might be from. So love her. And then in the same vein, there's this one, Designing with Flowers. I thought the cover was so cute and pretty. And this one seems to be more like flower arranging, which I love to do as well. And look at these beautiful poppies. So I'm really glad I picked these books up. They just have some really inspiring images. Yeah, I just love to flip through every now and then and get some inspo for floral arranging, or just even like design color combinations, to get a little bit of inspiration from nature. So that will be really fun to flip through while I'm having my morning coffee.